Hello again, YouTube pipe smokers and the YTPC. Southern Piper here. Coming to you with another installment of Monday Musings. I certainly appreciate you stopping by, giving me a watch. I do appreciate everybody's support. Sitting here in my Krispy Kreme t-shirt from the Tuscaloosa location. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday, and I have spent... Whoa, I just kicked the tripod. You're welcome. I spent the day barbecuing, cooking some ribs. One of my boys was up here, so we spent the day cooking. And he took a couple of slabs of ribs home with him, and I've got a couple more that I'm gonna freeze and have for some other occasion. I am smoking in my Brigham. I believe this is a 329. Yep, 329. I don't remember what series this is in though, but it is a absolutely gorgeous pipe. One of my newer ones, I should say. Let y'all take a look at that. The 3 dots on the side indicating that it is a 3 series. I believe is what that means, best I can tell. In it, I am smoking some Carter Hall. A very good Codger blend. Good blend. A really good pipe too, I must say. So, for today's installment of Monday Musings, I am responding to one of Yardism's questions. And he wanted to know what our advice would be for someone who wants to get married. And he specifically said, you gotta love it. The dogs have to be heard. So, he specifically asked, not somebody who's like getting married next week, but someone who's in their early to mid 20s who is wanting to get married in the next few years. What advice would he give them? And for me, someone who got married when I was 24, 25, and was married for 16 years and got divorced. I pondered on that for a little while. I apologize. I can't control them. But there is some advice I would give. First of all, if you're wanting to get married, let's say you're wanting to get married, you have found the love of your life, and you want to get married, but you just want to wait until, quote, the right time. Well, you're going to get a lot of opinions on what the right time is. I can tell you that you're never going to be at a financial place, right, where you feel good about getting married. No matter how much you have in savings, no matter how much you put in your retirement account, you're never going to feel like it's enough. So you don't use that as a gauge. I would also say don't rush anything. If you've been in a relationship and you just can't, and I'm speaking from a man's point. If you just don't think you can get an absolute, you've been dating a girl and you just don't think you can get enough of her, and you want to be around her all the time, and you want to marry her, I would say take your time. People change. Understand the commitment you're making should be a lifetime commitment. In today's world, particularly the generation behind mine, I think we like what's flashy and new. They like what's flashy and new. And they want the instant gratification and all of that. Not all of them. Not all of them. I don't want to pigeonhole everybody into the same. But understand that you need to give things time. You really don't need to date somebody for a couple of months and say, "Oh, we're getting hitched." You don't need to do that. You need to give it time. You need to date. You need to learn about each other, because there are nuances that you're not going to figure out until you've been with somebody over time. And I'm not going to give you a timetable, a timeline. It's going to be different for every couple. Now, that said, I will say relationships aren't easy. Marriages certainly aren't easy, because you're two individuals, and you're going to say things that offend the other person. They're going to say things that offend you, and it's not intentional. You're going to be in a bad place, or they're going to be in a bad place, and something's going to be said, and one of the two will take it the wrong way for whatever reason. You're going to have rough patches. You still have to go to bed or wake up and choose to love that person. You can't go to bed mad and wake up mad and just be mad. You have to find it within yourself to say, you know what, I am mad at this person. I'm mad at my wife, but I'm gonna choose to love her, and I'm gonna choose to let love win. Um, because at the end of the day, what's more important? Is your ego and your need to be right about something most important, or is the commitment you've made to this woman more important? And so there's going to be times where you have to set your ego aside, and you're going to say, you know what, even if she's wrong, let her be right, let her win. And until you understand that, which, I mean, my God, I'm 46 years old, and I'm been in a relationship for a year, and there are times where I forget that. And I damn sure didn't get it when I was 25, 26. Um, but that is sound advice. I will say that. Sometimes you have to know when to let it go. Let it go. And really, for women, it's the same way. Sometimes you got to let your man win, um, because you have to decide what's more important. Is your love more important, or is your opinion more important, or your ego? Um, so those are some things that you kind of need to soul search and figure out. Um, I don't. Other than that, I don't know other advice to give somebody. Um, don't rush into things. I will say that. Uh, excuse me. I'm gonna do a relight. I'll show you the Zippo I'm using. It's one of my faves. I'm a big fan of it. It's got a nice pipe design on it. Now that I'm 11 minutes into this, and if you've hung out with me for this long, I certainly appreciate it. There's always the obligatory, um, you know, question about getting married. The response is just don't do it. Just don't do it. Run away, run fast. But I get it. You know, we're not created to be alone. That was not God's plan for us. Um, but I will say, to kind of wrap things up, um, take your time. Make sure the person you're with is the right person. And just know that it will take work. There will be times where you have to give in and let the other person be right. Um, and there will be times where um, you just have to choose to love the other person, even if you're upset with them. So that's my input. Uh, Certainly appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you were able to enjoy a pipe while you listen to me ramble about something that I'm certainly not an expert on. And until next time, my friends, I bid you happy smoking and blessings to you and your family.